Yeah. Okay. So in your civic, uh, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll come back in 1 minute. Guys, give me 2 more minutes. Till now, you can try to download the Jenkins. Okay. Yeah, guys, sorry. Let me call everyone. Give me a minute. Okay, so give me 1 second. So I'm also trying to download my Jenkins. So I'm also facing issue in my Jenkins actually. So I made some changes actually. So because of that, can you hear me, guys? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me try it at my end also. So window download window Jenkins, window LTS version. LTS version. Jenkins package. Okay, so it's downloading. So and after that, give me a second. Let me open my GMT. Yesterday, one topic was pending, which is how you can automate the XML, right? So let me take the service actually. So till now, the Jenkins is started. So when do I think in your machine the Jenkins setup is done, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Done.
Okay, fine, fine then.
I think, sir, this war file you need to download and then run by its command prompt to install Jenkins. this file LTS1.
Okay.
So there are two versions. One you can install by command prompt, other one you can download.
Okay. So till now, what we can do in with installing. So what we can do. Let's try to complete the section which we have started. Okay, so this is my yeah. So yesterday I was discussing the SOAP web service. If you get the SOAP web service or response in the XML, then how you can automate that thing, right? So this is your let's suppose I have one WSDL file, WSDL5. Okay, so give me a second. Let me open the notepad and yeah, this is the base URL which I have, and this is HT, and this one is the resource which I'm using in the okay. Now if I call this particular request in the browser, you can see, so yeah, we get the visual file successfully. Not what we are doing here, we will take the help of any tool, like we have the SOAP UI tool. So when you enter the visual here, you can see the country info service. This is your project name, right? When you click, and it will display, it will create all the requests which are created inside that particular WSDL file. You can see these all are the request, the capital city, the countries using currency, the country currency. So this particular SOAP service is used to find the country code, country currency, right? So country language, right? So let's suppose I'm calling this particular request list of country content. Okay, list of country content. So here you can see, if I call this particular request, here you can see all the country, whatever they have used. So you can see the country code and the name, country code and the name, right? So let me call this one, this one. So it's loading, it's not get connected yet.
So this URL, if you could also give us.
Yeah, let me provide you this URL so that you can use this particular service. Okay, so let me provide you this WSDL file so that you can do the practice. Okay, so let me check. It is still not connecting. Here you can see it is still in gray color. Okay, so let's try to do this thing into our Postman. Okay, because we are using the Postman to do the REST testing. Okay, so what is the URL which we are using? So WSDL file is your URL. Okay, so you have to take this WSDL file as a URL and you can pass it here, right? Now this is your URL, right? So what request body I am using? Let me take the request body from here. It's stuck. So API is not working. Okay, I close this URL, and let me again reopen this. So otherwise I already have it here in the in JMeter. I have already used this one, so I will copy this and go into the Postman and I will paste it here. So this is your request, right? I told you, if you are using the SOAP method, SOAP service, then you have to use the post method, right? So I have used here and select the XML here, right? And let's try to connect and let's see what it is the response. Unsupported media type. Getting unsupported media type. Let me call it here in the JMeter one, and let me call it here. Let's see. Let me open the JMeter. What we can do till now, we can okay, so it get open. So let me copy this URL, this digital file, and use this soap project and initialize the digital file. Okay, so it loading the definition and you will get all the things right now. Get by name, contain country name by code. Okay, let's try to call this particular request. Okay, let me call. Yeah, so you will get all the country code. You can see uh, Iceland, AF Afghanistan, Albania, right? So you will get this particular service is giving you all the country code, all the country with the code, and based on that you can find the country flag, country currency, capital of that country, right? So this is the functionality of this particular service. Okay, so what we are trying to do it here, I'm trying to map this thing into the Postman. Okay, so let's suppose, let me pass it here. Everything is done. Let me call unsupported media type. Why? mm, Let me check the headers. What are the headers? Content type is text XML. Okay, text XML it using, and let me check it here. And here application is, let me uh, use the content type. Now guys, can you see the response? You are able to get the country code here, right? Actually earlier I think we were passing the wrong content type, that's why. So the correct content type is text XML, and I think we by default it was taking application XML. Okay, so I changed the text XML. I changed the text XML. Okay. Similarly, I think yesterday we were using the calculator one. So I think the yesterday we were also doing the same mistake. Okay. So if I use this particular digital file here, if I go here and soap this request, soap, and okay. So this is the different soap service. If you go here and if you go and check uh, calculator one. Okay, so this is the call for the adding, right? This is the call for the adding. So if I want to map this thing, I want to map this thing here in the Postman. So copy this digital file and paste it here, and what body I am using. So let's suppose the addition of two number, oh, I will go here inside the body, I will pass it here, right? And if I pass 10, or here if I pass 20, and let's try to call, you can see it here, it's showing 30, it's showing as a 30. Okay, so I can take it as an example. So let's suppose rename this thing calculator. Okay, calculator. Okay, here it's adding the in the calculator soap service. Let me rename this thing calculator. Okay, which is in the form of XML, so that you have the reference. Okay, so this is your this particular call, what it's doing, it's adding. Okay, it's adding, right? So now in the text section, what you have to do, you have to add this thing, you have to verify the value which comes here, that is correct or not, that you have to verify. So in the rest you can easily do that, but in the if the response, if the request in the form of XML, then how you can do that? The same thing here I told you, if you are using the soap service, then they are using the envelope and the body, and this is the envelope and this is the header. Right now the header is optional here, so that's why it's not showing any header here, right? And the body, in the body they have written the logic, what request we have to pass it here. So this is as a key and this is the value, this is the key and this is the value. So in XML, they are using the tagging concept. If you are using the tag, open the tag, you have to close the tag. Here you can see they have opened the tag, right? And they close the tag here. Okay, inside the body, you can write the what are the property you are using. You can write it here as per your requirement, right? Here you can see the soap envelope is open. Here they are close the soap envelope, the parent root, the soap body, inside the soap body. Here you can see. Now you have to automate this thing, right? When the response is in the form of XML, so it is in the form of XML, right? So when you go to the snapit section, here is one particular method. Can you see it here? Response body convert XML body to a JSON body. XML body to a JSON body. It's convert your XML body to the JSON body. Whatever the the response you will get it, right? The response you will get it, it will convert into the JSON object, and then you can try to fetch the data. You can see in the snapit section here, if you go here, the convert XML body to a JSON body, right? If you go and console this, console log and try to print the message. Okay, try to print the message. Okay, so let me open the console. Let me open the console and clear the, let me open the new window of console. Okay, I open the new window of console, right? And let me again call, right? So if you go here, can you see it here? It display in the form of JSON. It is or not? Can you see it here? It is in the form of JSON object, right? Correct. So it's converted the XML to JSON. This particular method, XML to JSON, it's converted your response into the JSON object. Now from this object you can fetch the data and validate the same. Okay, now you want to fetch this particular value. You want to fetch this in in yeah, it will a little bit tough actually to write the correct JSON path. Okay, so whatever you will get in the console, you have to just follow this hierarchy. After then you can create. Okay, its concept is same here, right? So if you want to fetch the 30, right? So first you can see it here, the what is the, where is the 30, here is the 30, right? Here is the 30, right? Now what you can do, first you have to find the parent hierarchy. What is the parent hierarchy here? Envelope. Okay, so I can copy this envelope. Let's try to print the envelope. Okay, let's try to print the envelope and see what is the response. So if I go it here, okay, it is showing undefined. Okay, undefined. Let me copy the, okay, uh okay, so okay, it's showing me the error message. Mm,
Because can't we copy this to that online JSON?
sorry?
Can we copy this to that online JSON converter in which we can see the object?
Undefined. This particular path is showing undefined. Let me again clear. Let me again clear. So let me call where getting error message. Oh, let me again call this particular cell. Yeah, I think this time it's working. So because of this you are getting the error. So if you go here and check what is the, yeah, so this is your body now, this is your body now, right? You have to write the path. So I can do the one thing, dot dot, what is the value, let me try to access the dollar and check why it is undefined, man. Undefined dollar colon, let me use dollar colon, but it's showing the syntax error, so you can't use like that. It's, it will show you the syntax error. So okay, so dollar dot, let me use envelope, envelope, what is saying, envelope of undefined, undefined. If you use simple like that, let me check it is undefined or what. It's again showing undefined, disgusting. Let me, I can use that one more concept here like that, as start coming the response or not? Yeah, it's the response is coming, but when I'm using the same thing, let me again, give me a second, let me so you get the response right now. It comes under the dollar. Let me dollar. Okay, dollar. It comes under the dollar. Let me print dollar. Let me check. It's showing me the dollar is not defined. Okay, let me double quote past the double quote here. Let me call. Let's see. You can see the value here now. Okay, this value is coming. Now you need the body. You need the body, right? So as body, okay. So as body, if you go here, yeah, you can see s body. Inside that we have the value, so you get the s body. Now you have to fetch this particular hierarchy, right? So copy this one and pass it here. Now let me call. When you go here, now you can see you are near to that. Okay, now you have to fetch the value. So value is, I think, comes under okay, if I access the dollar colon, then I can access the value. So if I write dollar, okay, so now if I go it here, no. So I think directly value I have to write. After then I can pass the value. Okay, let me call. Now you can see, yeah, 30 is there. 30 is there, right? So let me clear and again call. You can see I'm able to fetch the 30 value here, right? Now you can write the same thing here, the code here. If response body response code dot code is equal to 200, then go inside and verify test addition of two number. Okay, so here you can use the value. Now this is your expectation. So this is your expectation is equal to 30, right? And then you can use else part, and here you can print the message like test response code is not 200, right? And here you can fail the test case. How you can fail the test case? So I will copy this thing and pass it here, right? Now if you call, you can see it here, that particular test case get false, right? So whenever you will get the response in the form of JSON, just you have to use this particular code, convert the XML body to JSON, to JSON, right? If you are using in the Postman, right? In another tool we have the some different way actually. Okay, but in the Postman, when you get the response in the form of XML, right? So first you have to convert that XML body, because you are getting the response in the form of XML. Here you can see, I told you, you will see the XML here. So that means it is the XML, right? So this is in the form of XML, right? And if you get the response in the form of XML, then you have to use XML to JSON method. When you go to the Snapit, here you can see convert XML body to JSON object, right? So here it will take the response body, and convert this particular method, convert your response body that is in the XML into the JSON object, right? So the JSON path, JSON, the JSON object will looks like different. So always try to use the console.log and try to create the path. If you console.log, if you use console.log, right, right, and then when you see, you will get the JSON object here, right? So based on that, you have to create the hierarchy in which, the same same thing which we have to follow, which we have already did in the REST API. Same thing here we have to also follow. First, try to access the S envelope. So I have used the dot, JSON dot in S dot envelope is not working. That's why this is the one way to fetch the particular property. Inside the square bracket, you can pass that particular property name which you want to access, right? So I have used as envelope. You can see as envelope, right? So after that, what is there? Body. Here you can see I want the S body, right? So you can also access the S envelope. It's fine. Okay, and you can see as body I'm accessing. So as body, right? After that, ns this particular ns add response, it comes under as body, right? So that's why I have expressed this particular as body and then the value, right? Now you will get that value. Now you can add the validation for that. But the only difference is you have to convert the XML body into the JSON by using this particular code. Okay, and all the remaining concept will same here.
Because this S envelope S body always we will use in this.
No. Yeah, in this case we have to use, but it depends, it will change, depends on your response also. If I take, let's suppose I'm taking the example of which one, this one. Okay, let's take the example of this particular web service. Okay, so I will create one, this is the different web service. I will go and pass the WSDL file and select the method as a post. We don't have to select any other method because it is in the form of SOAP, right? So if it is SOAP, then you have to pass the method as a post, right? And here the content length is, let me go to the body and select the raw, and here you have to select the XML because you are using the SOAP service, so response would be in the XML, right? So I will use this particular, let's suppose I am using this particular request, right? So I will use this particular request and pass it here. You can see it is in the form of XML, right? Now if I call, you can see, okay, this particular error message is coming, unsupported media type. So I will go here. I think content type it's taking wrong. So okay, I can't edit this one because it is auto generated by the Postman. So I will disable this thing and create the new content type, and give me a second, content type, and here text XML. I have to select which one, text XML. I have selected the text XML, and then when you connect, you can see you are able to get the data. You are able to get the data. Right now, let's suppose this is the call. Let me put some name here. This particular call is what this particular call is doing. Get the country name, something like that. You can put it country name. Okay, so let's suppose, and we have one more request. Let's suppose I am creating one more request, and here we have one more request. If you pass the country using currency, yeah, let's suppose I want to find the Afghanistan currency. AF is the code of the Afghanistan. So country currency, I will go this particular request. If I pass AF, right, so most probably it will give you the currency code not given. Okay, leave it. There is some issue from this particular. So what I can do, country name, let me use this particular request, and let's see it is working or not. AF, and let me call Afghanistan. Right, so I can use this particular request. Let me use this particular request. Right, I will go here and go to the body section, go to the raw, and select the XML here. Right now, pass the WSDL file here. So in the SOAP service, we are using the same WSDL file for the request, not different. We are using the same one. Okay, and here we are using the post method, right? And when let's suppose AF, right? So I have passed unsupported media type. Let me change the content type here as a text XML. Right, so this content type will provided by your developer. Which content type you have to pass it here. So for now, for this particular service, I have to pass the XML, right? And first, let me rename this thing. Get country name. Okay, so I will go this particular and add here, and it get added. Right now, if I call, you can see it here. It's showing me the Afghanistan, right? So what I can do it here, I will now the things is, okay, now you have added, right? Now to get the value here, the AF, so that AF, the country name, I am taking from this response, right? Right? So how you can correlate this thing, how you can make the correlation concept, how you can this country code in the other subsequent call, right? So what concept we can use it here, the same thing which we have did for the REST API, first convert the XML body into the JSON. Okay, so how you can convert, what is the code for that? I think XML to JSON, some method is there. So if you don't have, remember, go to the snippet, and inside the snippet you will get it. Here you can see XML to JSON. Yeah, I have written right. So this particular code will convert, first it will get all the response body and convert into the JSON object. Now the thing is, you have to fetch the what value, the AF value, and you have to use in the subsequent call, right? So first you have to write the JSON path for that, right? Console.log, first check me what path it is. Okay, so I will use it here, and let me clear the console here, and let me call. If you go here, you can see the response. and you can see it is an array, right? So let me, I think it is in the second position, AF, the AF, right? So what I will do first, I have to start getting the value from the top, so I will copy this soap envelope, the parent one. I will go it here and try to access, okay, this will I will use the which concept, uh, this one. Okay, let me try to print, and when you go here you can see it here, you can see now it started with dollar. Now I fetch that thing. Now your code is comes under the S body, right? S body. So you can go and try to access the S body, and how you can, okay, so okay, let me try to call. Okay, now you can see you will get the list of the country name in the response, right? Now if you go here, here is your country list, right? Now I have to access this particular property, right? So I will go here, and same concept we are using here also, okay, and try to use. Okay, now you can see, yeah, now you can see this value is coming. Now it is inside the M country name list result. I will copy this thing, right? I will go here, and again same way, right, inside the double quote and use the result. And if you go here, can you see it here? You comes to the array part, right? When you go and expand, now you have to access this particular thing, right? So now you can access that particular thing. Now you can see, if I again call, you will get the value, right? You will get the error. Now you want the second position, the AF. So what is the index of that? So I can use it here, index of 1. Let's try to call, and let's see it's working or not. You can see it here, you are able to get the value, right? The index of 1. Now from here you want the AF code, right? The ISO code, right? So what you have to do, right? ISO code, right? When you go here, and you can see you are able to fetch the AF code, correct? Now what you have to do, you have to set this thing so that you can use in the subsequent call, right? So what concept we can use? pm dot environment dot set, and what is the value, variable name you want to create? Set the ISO code. Okay, set the ISO code, and the value, what is the value? So can I use this thing as a value? Right now the variable will get created, and this particular value I have assigned. If I call, you can see, right? If you go to the environment, somewhere you can see AF get set. Now you can use this particular variable, go to the get country name, and what things I have to use? The parameterization concept, right? So I can use the parameterization concept here, right? If I try to call, let's see what is the response. Afghanistan, right? And if you go and check the body of that, right? So if you go and check, you can see it here, AF, right? Clear? So like that, you can write the code for that also, and you can verify this particular value. So how you can verify this one? So in the same way which we have did in the adding concept, in the adding concept. Okay, so here you can first we have to convert this thing, right? So let me write the code here. Response code dot code is equal to 200, and then okay, now first we have to convert the XML body to JSON. Okay, now what code you have to write it here? XML to JSON, right? I think we are using that one, right? So yeah, let me use this thing and pass it here. Right now, if you console this thing to check the JSON object, right? So console.log, right? And then you can use it here, right? And then let me clear this board. Right now, let me call. What is the error? Reference code. Okay, so we have the issue here. Oh, we use the same now. What is the mistake we are doing here? Let me copy the here. Okay, we missed the S actually. Okay, let me call. You can see if you go here, you will get the data, right? Now you have to verify this particular value, Afghanistan, right? Now what path you have to write it here? So S envelope, first try to access the S envelope, right? Now what you have to access? No, the body, right? The body you can try it. Okay, the body you can try it. So let me try body and let me call. Let me check. Yeah, you can see it here. You are able to get right now. I have to access the country, right? Name. Okay, so what I can do it here, I will use right and then call, right? And when you go here, you can see it here, right? Now what you have to do, you have to access this, right? Only try to access the parent level. Okay, so I can use this thing. Now if you call, you can see it here, you are able to get the Afghanistan, right? Now I have to verify the actual and expected. What concept I have to use? So I can use test verify the country name based on the ISO code. Okay, ISO code. Here you have to pass the actual. Now guys, tell me what actual value can I pass this thing as a actual, correct? Right now guys, tell me what expected value you have to pass it. Tell me. And here let me write. Till now you can think about that. I need the answer. Okay, what expected value you have to write it here to verify. Okay, and here let me write the code. Test response code is not 200. Okay, and here I can, guys, I'm waiting for your answer. So what expected value you have to write it here. This thing I have explained multiple times, right? So I need the answer. Okay, now correct. Now tell me what value you have to write it here as expected here. Here what value I have to pass so that it will verify the actual and expected.
Response code dot code equal to 200.
Okay, response code. Okay. And
No, the country name we are verifying there, right?
Okay, I'm verifying country name exactly. So then why I have to write a response code?
We have
Then
to pass the respective country name so that it will.
Okay, so I have to pass that country name exactly. So I have to pass that country name, right? So I will pass it here, right? Right? Correct? So when you call, you can see. Now, this is the static value, the hard coded. I don't want to use. Now tell me how I can use the dynamic one.
Because two question I want to ask, like actually earlier we were sending that AF code as ISO code and we were getting response of Afghanistan country name. So what we were doing here, like in this call,
in the first request,
yes,
we are trying to get the country code from the response. So this particular request will give you all the country code list. From this list, I want to fetch the country code and I want to use this particular code in the subsequent call, like get country name, or you have some other also. If you want to check the country ISO code, if you want to check the country phone code, you have to pass the country code here and then you can verify. So that's why first I have fetched the country code, right? And I'm using that country code here dynamically here. Okay.
then we get the response, and in this call in second post what we are doing, like further
You are verifying the response. Actually in this call you are verifying the Afghanistan, whatever the value you have passed here, this code, based on that code the country name is displaying or not.
okay. So we are taking first post request response body and then we are taking it as a request and verifying from that.
Yeah. So tell me what value I have to pass it here as a dynamic. Quickly, guys. It indicates that you are not doing the practice, man. So you have to pass the expected, right? So here you can see I use the I use the set method, right? And this is your this value you have to verify, right? The Afghanistan, right? So what concept I can use it here? I can use it here. Get the if you have used, and here ISO code I have set. So I can do it here. I can set one more variable here. One more variable here. Set ISO set country name. Country name. Okay, and if you give me a second, let me check the country name using this console.log. Okay, there's an object. Let me call. So give me a second. Soap envelope, and soap body, country list, as name, right? So I will copy this thing, and instead of this particular value I can pass this value set country name, right? When I call, if you go here and check set country name Afghanistan, this is your variable name which you can use it in the in here, get the country name, right? So you can use pm dot environment dot get method and pass the variable name, right? Pass the variable name, and here you can use get country name, okay? And here you can use this particular value to here, right? And when you call, it get passed. Correct? Simple. So same concept we will use in the REST call. We are doing the same thing here also, but you have to convert that thing using the JSON, XML to JSON method, and then you have to find the hierarchy, and then you have to write the code. Okay, so I have provided you two SOAP service. Okay, in some time you will get start working on this SOAP project, but I don't I'm sure you will not get. But if you get, right, so that's why I have explained you, you will not think like that I don't know, right? The concept is same, right? Just you have to convert that thing. Okay.
Sir, can we store this SOAP envelope SOAP body response in a variable, or like what we are
Sorry?
printing in console log? Like in second line, you can see JSON object SOAP envelope SOAP body.
Yeah.
So below this.
This one.
Yes. So can we save that in variable and later we can use when we are comparing with test?
Okay. Tell me what we are doing here.
We are setting ISO code.
Then what is doing? Basically, this code is what it's doing exactly. This code is
Like
setting
it is
the environment variable now.
Yes.
Right, the same thing you can do it here also. If you want to do it, use the pm.environment.set concept and you can set it.
Okay, and we can create that dynamic variable and we can use with the test.
Right.
Vikash, one small doubt. So in the get the country name, right, as a dynamic thing, we got the specific Afghanistan code only, right? That s dot name as in expected result.
Here?
No. Previously, in the get the country name, here we have you have set, right? Yeah, this one. At last, m dot SIS code and below m dot s name. So this s name specific to one country, right?
Yeah, this is for the one country.
Yes, exactly. So if we have to can't we do it dynamically, because later if we have to compare the name of some other country, then again we have to go and change here, right?
Yeah, you have to change it here. Okay, so in that case, what you can do it here. Let's suppose you want to do it here for the other country code, like Albania, like
Yes, because then
right?
each time we have to select that name, right? So that doesn't mean it is dynamically comparing all, right? So each and every time we have to go and change the code and then we have to call this.
Yeah, but the looping concept you can't apply here. So one time you have to set it one here, right? One time you have to set it only one value. okay, which you have to fetch it here. If you want to set it multiple, then you have to either you can use the for loop. Using the for loop, you can store the ISO code into the environment, and you have to fetch it from here, fetch it from the environment. Otherwise
Yeah,
you
that
can
is
use,
possible, right?
yeah, that is possible. Using the for loop, you can do it. Otherwise, if you want to apply the multiple country code, then you can create one, Excel sheet like CSV file, and you can mention the country code here in that particular file, right? And then compare the things. You can create one CSV file. In the CSV file, you
Okay.
can pass all the country code there, all the country code there, and you can if you pass like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so it will execute that number of times. It will iterate that number of times, right? And then you can do it. So that is the one, the ideal way to do that, to take the help of CSV file. Okay, to take the help of CSV file. It could be better actually.
Okay. And then we should run via that runner thing, runner,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
By
yeah.
selected. Okay. Okay.
So, so guys, now what we can do here in, I think in the beginning of the class, let me explain you one concept, that is Newman. Now we are going to run the collection using the Newman. So let's try to understand what is the Newman. Newman is the command line collection runner for Postman. It enables you to run a Postman collection that is directly running from the command line. So, to integrate with the Jenkins, or to integrate with the, Azure, to integrate in the, the cloud, right? If you are running in the cloud service, right? So you can't, always use the Postman, go and to the runner and run. So we need the command which gives the instruction how you can run. So the Newman is the one command line collection runner. Using that, we can run our collection. We can run our collection. Okay. So first thing, please listen carefully. Okay. So if you are running through the command line, first we have to check. Let me open the command prompt, cmd. Okay, first you have to check the node version. First you have to check node -v. If it is there, then well and good. Okay, first thing you have to check node version. After that, you have to check npm version. If it is there, then well and good. When you install the node, then it will also downloaded the npm. Okay, now you have to check the Newman version. Generally it is not in your machine. Okay, Newman, please write this all command first, node -v, npm -v, then Newman -v. If it is not there, you will get the error message. So someone can open the command prompt and try to type there the Newman -v. You will get the error message there. This command is not recognized, something like that. You will get the error message there.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So what you have to do to install the Newman, we have one simple basic command to install the Newman at the global level. We will use npm. We will go to the npm install. I'm asking to the npm install -g for the global level. Newman. What happened? Minus Newman, right? Newman, and then what we have? Yeah, that's it. npm install -g Newman, and when you run in my machine, there is already installed, so it will take time to install, like 5 minutes, something it will take. Okay, my machine, it's already there, so it will quite fast. Okay, it's get completed, but at your end, if it is not there, so it will take time. So do not get worried. Okay, now after installing the Newman, now again check the Newman version. Let me provide you this command so that you can run it at your end as well. And I will also provide you this document so that you can do it at your end. So Newman, and here, okay, try to run this command in your machine and to check the version Newman -v, Newman -v. Okay, now what you have to do, yeah, now done, right? Now after installing the Newman, now you have to run your collection, right? So you have to go to the collection, right? And the share collection, everyone go to the Postman and share collection, and here you will get option, the third one, via JSON link, right? Here I will in my case I'm not getting, let me delete, right here. Something you will get like a generate link. If you go here, and here you will see generate link, something like that. Let me show it for here. No, it's also not here. I have already generated. So if you if you go to the view JSON link, you will see one link here, generate link, something like that. Are you?
Yes, Vikash.
So click on that. After clicking on that, it will take 1 or 2 seconds. It will fetch the public link and it will display like that. The service URL using the JSON link, right? So copy this link, update, and copy this link, go to here in the command prompt. If you type Newman, you will type Newman command. Using the Newman you are running, Newman run, and paste the URL here. Paste the the collection link here, the JSON link here, and enter. It start executing your collection. Here you can see it also executed the latest file, which was the JSON, sorry, XML. You can see it here. You can see all the country name it fetched, right? You can see it here, right? Because I have used console.log, that's why it's showing in the command prompt. If I remove the console.log from the coding, right, it will not show you this particular response. Okay, now you can see it here, your test case get failed. Agree? Right, guys? Your test case is getting failed.
Because what we were doing here, like we were sharing collection, and then this entire collection is coming.
Sorry?
Like what we are doing here, we are sharing the link in the command prompt, and then what this all is coming.
I didn't get you, sir.
Means, sir, I'm asking like what is coming in console, this command prompt, like after sharing the link, is it some data of any request, or what entire collection?
Whatever the things we have written here inside the collection, what are the requests we have used, all the requests will get executed. If you see it here, and if I go at the top, here you can see create the employee. After then, this is the post URL, right? Employee not get created, undefined, it get failed, and I will ask you why it get failed. Right, so you can see the second request, get the employee data using ID. You can see it here, the second request get executed. Now get employee data, compare the JSON using equal, right? or get all employee data, now update call, you can see update call. So whatever the request you have added here, it will get executed.
So we are getting result basically of all the requests.
Yeah, it will using the Newman, you are running your collection and it will give you the result. So result in the form of table, here you can see.
Okay, so sir, can we do like command this request of get post from command prompt, or it will just show?
Individually.
Yes, yeah. Means by command prompt, can we send this postman request?
Yeah, you can, but I have never did like that. Right. So you even I have to look into that how you can did it. I think it's not very much tough actually, right? But in the case of get, it is easy. But in the case of post and patch and put, then you have to create the body there, right? So that is difficult. In the case of get, you can, if you want to check, like run the I even I have not run. If you want, I'm confident that it you have the some command to, if you want to do that, run the method, run the REST API REST API method using the command line.
Actually, I just want to know like for what all general purpose we will be using this command line.
Yeah, that is the I'm explaining you actually. To integrate with the Jenkins pipeline, that I told you, to integrate with the Jenkins pipeline, to integrate with the Azure, to integrate with the the cloud service, we are using this command line. So in the real time, when your test plan is completed, right? So this thing, what is the motto behind the automation testing? Because in automation testing, we are executing your script on the daily basis when the new build will come, right? So you are not going to every time go and go to the run collection and run. So this thing using the command line, it is integrated with the Jenkins, right? When the scheduler will run, so it will automatically run your command. Okay.
Okay.
So when I come to the Jenkins part, then I will explain you then how you can set up the things actually. Here you can see, if you want to run this thing, where it is, get all information using the command from deploy. No, it's not mentioned here. Run the API, run the API. So here you can see somewhere you will get the if you want to execute, here you can see you have to use the curl. You have to use the curl concept, right? And they have provided the things, right? How you can do that. Here you can see they are running the get method curl minus x, and the URL you have to pass. If you are passing the header, then you have to pass the header, and then you can get the response, right? If you want to execute, here you can see these all are the command. If you in which case which we have to, generally I am not used, right? If you ask the question, so you can see this is the request. For if you are using the request, then you have to use minus x, right? If you are using the header, then you have to use minus I, right? If you fetch the header only, then you have to use minus I. So if I use this thing, let's suppose in my case, let me do that. What is the let me try. Even I have not tried. So what I can do it here, get the user data by ID. Let me call this one. Oh, I have started server or not? Okay, I have not started the server. Sorry. Let me start the server. And minus server. Okay, so let me start my server. Let me start my server. So I will start my, yeah, I have started my server. Okay, now let me call this particular request, right? So this is the URL, right? So what I can do, copy this thing. I will go here and yeah, here let me follow this thing which you are getting. Curl, okay, let me use curl, okay. And for the method, if you are using any method, then you have to use -x, right? And what method you are using? Get, right? After then, what is your URL, right? This one URL you are using. After then, -h for the header, okay. -h for the header, you can see -h for the header, right? -h, and then what is the header? Application JSON we are using, okay. So I think you have to pass it here, content type, something like that. Let me pass it here inside the double quote, okay. And let me change the accept into content, 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 content type, and let me execute. Can you see it here?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you are able to, you know, get the response, right? So if you want to, I have not, I am first time I am executing. Okay, so I have mapped the thing. If you go to, let me, if you want to do that, so they have provided the instruction and you can do that. Okay, you can do that. Okay, now where I was, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, tell me what is the reason to fail this test case, which, yeah, this test case. This one, why this particular get failed? Now tell me. The first reason, because our servers are not started. Now second reason, tell me.
Because
The
the
first
values are not defined, right? That environment, it is not taking from the variable, the global
exactly.
variable, that environment.
So we are
Environment file.
environment file you have to mention, right? So for the environment file you have to pass it here. Then what you have to use? Go up. Enter. Okay, so what I can do, will, if you move, if you type upward arrow, then you will see the previous command. Do not retype if you are using the same one. Upward arrow, okay. This is your command, right? Now you have mentioned the collection. Now you have to also pass the, you know, environment file, right? Because the, you know, there is dependency in the environment. We are fetching the data from the environment file because this protocol base URL is set in the environment, right? So you can export that file. Go click on three dot, export that file into your local machine. Here I have already exported somewhere. If I go here, yeah, here I have already exported. Let me again override. Okay, so what was the path? What was the path? Let me go here. Okay, API document PDF. Okay, so I will go to that particular path where I'm storing online classes and API testing, Postman, and will go to the material and API classes. And here I have saved that file. Here you can see, right? Test environment Postman, right? So I will copy that path, right? And I will go here into the command, right? And to use the environment file, we are using the -e command. To use the environment file, we are using -e space and double quote pass the path where is your file is, right? After then copy the file name. What is the file name here? So copy that file name, right? I will go here and pass the file name, and so when the file is get exported, the extension is always in the form of JSON. Here you can see JSON, right? So here you have to use JSON, right? Correct? Now, when you execute this thing, you can see now the test case is not passing. Agree? Some of the test case get passed, but not because of the environment, right? Now you can see it gets passed, right? The 4 get failed. Okay, but that is the reason because this particular negative scenario, I think in the 401 this particular one get failed actually, because we are not passing the I think which one, 403, I think 403 or someone get failed because we are not passing the valid ID here. That's why. Okay, so you can see now the test case get passed, right? Now you have to generate the report. The main thing is generate the report which you are sharing with the client, which you are, when you using this thing in the Postman, the report is not get generated. The HTML report is not get generated when you running through the runner, right? But here you have to generate the report, and that report we are sharing with the client, right? So what we have to do to generate the report, we will install the up to here clear. You have run my newman -v, and this is the command to run, right? I have provided the command here, right? Now the another thing is -e for the environment file, right? And one more thing, guys, if you want to execute any particular folder, let's suppose inside the this particular collection we have the multiple folder, the create employee, update employee, delete, and multiple ones, right? So you want to execute only particular folder, then what you can do, copy the folder name and check the command minus folder we are using to execute that particular folder. Okay, if you okay, I will explain this thing later on. First let me explain the HTML. Okay, so if you are using the HTML, generate the HTML report, so you have to use this particular command newman npm install -g newman and reporter and HTML. This particular command you have to run. Go to the command prompt. Let me clear this thing. CLS clear. I have cleared the board, and type that command and run. So it will execute the it will install the HTML plugin in your machine, right? When you install, when I run the command which I was using, this command, right? After that I have to download the report. For the report, what command they are using, if you go -r -r you have to use -r HTML, -r HTML. So I will go here -r HTML. Newman run, pass the collection path, collection URL, right? Collection JSON link, then environment file link, then -r HTML, then execute. So it will generate the HTML report for you. Oh, I have hit not executing. It will take time to execute.
So because this plugin all only one time
Yeah,
install,
one
right?
time
That
you have to.
Newman and HTML. This
Yeah, this is one time you have to install. If you again install, so it will not affect anything. It will, any update is there, then it will update the existing one. So
so
basically,
this report also can we customize, or it is like a standard format the report will be getting? How it is?
uh, it is something like customize. If you want to change, then you have to make the change in the template. Okay. So, but if you look at the report, it is very much customized. I don't think you have to do anything when you look at the report. Okay. So first, why it not executing?
Vikash, but what if we are using CSV file? How we can export that and use here?
Yeah, that I will also explain. Don't worry. So let me copy this command. Why I don't know why it's not taking here. Let me copy it from here. Here, close this window and paste it here. Everything is correct. Newman run online new. Okay, so let me execute. Give me a second. Something we are missing in the step. Newman we check, run install we check npm we run. Let me execute without this thing. Execute. Yeah, it executing fine. Now in the case of HTML, yeah, it executing. So let me use the HTML extra report. HTML, this is the advanced report which you will use in the real time. HTML extra. So let me use this one. Yeah, so it get updated one package. So what I can do, and I can use this command for if you are using the advanced report. So in the advanced report you have to use this command -r HTML extra, minus r for the for the reporting HTML extra, and execute. Yeah, it executing, right? So you can see it executing, right? So it get executed and created the HTML extra report. So the question is where it get created inside the C user admin folder, whatever the directory you have mentioned here. So it will get created here, right? So I will go to here. I will go to here, C users admin, and here you will see Newman folder will get created automatically. Newman folder, and inside that you can see the latest one 947, this one. If I click here, you can see the report get generated, right? The if you can change the dark, right, the light mode and dark mode, and here how many iteration you have executed, total assertion, total fail, and the total skip. And here you will see the name and the environment file. What is your environment file? What is your collection file name? You can see it here. If you go, the collection file name is test updated collection, and environment file is test environment. You can see the name and how many it's time taken, 8.5, and the total received data and the average response time. And you can see there are 31 requests inside this particular collection. 31 requests I have added. 31 requests I have added. Okay, the pre-request script, how many pre-request I have written the code, that is not important, right? So this one is important. How many assertion you have used? Assertion means what are the this assertion, what are the validation you have used. This is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4. Similarly, add all request and you will get 64 assertion you have added, in which the 4 get failed, in which 4 get failed, right? In which 4 get failed, right? If you go to the total request, if you go and you can see the folder hierarchy, employee, create employee, you can see it here, employee, create employee. Now inside that you will get the 4 requests, so you can see it 1 2 3 4, 4 requests. And when you expand, all the test cases get passed. Create the employee, create the employee, create employee using ID, create employee using ID, get employee, compare the response. You can see it here. You will get the data. When you expand, you can see what method I am using here. Post method, the URL, body, right? The header, you will get all the things here. This is the very detailed report. Even I have not seen this type of report in any tool, right? You can see it here, the method, URL, the response code, the time taken, 100% get passed. And here you can see what are the content type I'm using. They, it display here. What are the content type in the Postman? You can see it here. This content type, it displayed here, right? The request body which we are using here, the request body, right? If you go down and here you can see the response header which you are getting by the server, right? If you go down, this is the response you are getting by the server, response body. And here if you go down, you can see what are the assertion you have added. Can you see it here? All get passed. So that's why you can see it here, 100% pass, right? If you go and check, all the test cases are passed. If any of the get fail, you can see, if you go down, you can similarly for the get call. In the get call, you can see get method, URL, and request header. You are not using the request body, so you will not get the request body for the get. You will see the response body, right? You will see. And let me check the, you can similarly, you have the update, employee update. Here you can see this folder. Inside that you have the 3 requests. You can see 3 requests and all the date case get passed. If you take one, any of the fail, you can see the employee negative scenario 400 bad request get failed, 400 bad request get failed. Inside that, this particular scenario get failed. Which one? Create employee, this one get failed, this one get fail. And what error you are getting, go here and 0%. That means that not any single test case get passed it here. And you will see it here, the server is returning 400 and you are server is returning 201 and you are what I'm trying to say, server is returning 201 and you are passing 400 here. If you go and check, yeah, this is the bad request, right? So that's why you have to check why this particular test case get failed. So any of the assertion get failed, you can see it here. It will get listed here, pass and fail. And the region you can see expected and actual get unmatched. Similarly, you will get it here, right? You can see the 404 not found. And what message you have printed here, what you are trying to validate, you are trying to validate 401, but it's returning 404, right? So like that, you will get the very detailed report, guys, very detailed report, very detailed report. You can see.
Because can you explain tomorrow class skipped tests, how it will be coming, when it will be coming, how?
Okay, so we have some other command also which we have to discuss, right? So like minus folder, like if you want to run any particular folder, then how you can. If you want to run this thing multiple times, 2-3 times in the collection, it was easy to run. You can only change the value if you go here, and if you go to the run collection, you can change the value, right? And you can run the collection. Similarly, how you can use the CSV file, data file in Jamie, in Postman, it is simply upload the file and you can do it. But here, how you can do it, we can discuss tomorrow. Okay, so that thing is there, and then we can also integrate with the Jenkins. So guys, please set up the Jenkins in your machine, right? So also try to create the project and try to generate the report in Jenkins. Okay, so thank you guys. I will share this document with you. You can do the practice. Okay.
Because I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Basically, when I do the scripting, right, I am not getting one thing. Shall I share my screen so that?
Yeah. So guys, the class is over. So those who can leave the class, they can. Okay. We can discuss the remaining thing tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the class. We can discuss.
Because you are able to view my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So because this is the script request I'm passing. Just I'm trying to create one thing. So what I'm happening, right? I have given the body and I have written some to pick the random thing, some pre-request script. So issue is while writing the test, right? It is not at all taking my response code. The response body I have stored in this variable. I have just given it. So when I'm using it here, right, I'm getting this error, assertion error, expected false to be truthy.
Okay, so first go to the body section and open the console in new window. Let's do the surgery. Okay, so we have to debug the things. Open in the new window actually. I think open in the new window. Here you can see at the right hand side one square icon, top arrow, the beside of one, the dotted one.
This one?
No, second one from the cross, from the last second one.
Okay. Yeah.
So it will open the new window for you.
Yeah.
So it the things will display big actually, the large screen. So you can close the previous one.
Okay. Wait.
Clear this window. No?
Yeah.
Okay, and go to the request body.
Baby, wait. Swati, once again, purchko evla. Sorry.
Okay, go it here and clear this. Close this window. Close this window. Yeah, lower.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now try to hit.
Okay.
Now go to the body section. Are you getting any body? No, response body. Response body.
I don't know why I'm not getting the.
No, it is at the top. You have to scroll up. It is at the bottom actually. The bottom. No, ma'am. In the same screen, at the bottom, you have to just scroll up the screen.
Actually, it's not moving up anywhere.
No. Go to the where your status is displaying. Where your status is displaying. Go to that. Yeah, and here you can.
Okay.
You have to
got it.
pull upward, right? And go to the body section.
Body.
Go to the body. Okay. Okay. Now go to the test site. Go to the test. And let me check the code. Go up.
Yes.
Go up. Okay. JSON.parse RESPONSE response body. Okay, response body. And can you do the one thing, ma'am? Write one more console here.
Yes, actually, I have written a console. What is happening, right? This response code is we are getting as undefined. This request body, it is taking the name.
Ma'am, yeah, obviously it will undefined because that emails comes under the data. Have you checked the response? It comes under the data, ma'am. Data.email, then it will work.
This one, right? This is the code I'm using.
First, listen. You have did correct. You parse the thing, you store the response body inside the variable. That is the response code, right? Now you are trying to get email ID or name, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you go to you, if you check the response, the email ID it comes under the data property. Go to the response which you are getting from the server.
Vikash, maybe sorry, my baby is crying a lot. Okay, then
Simple,
I'll
ma'am.
get
In
in
the
touch.
response body, you will get data here. Response body.
Okay.
No, not body.
Okay.
Response body, I'm asking. Response body.
Vikash, okay, my baby is crying a lot. I'm sorry about that. I'll get back to you
Thank you.
later. Yeah. Thank you, sorry. Okay.
So that's it, guys. We can continue tomorrow. Okay. Bye bye.